It is time for Night Courts. On the docket this evening, a lawsuit brought by 4 parents against Portland's public schools in Oregon, alleging students were essentially coerced to take part in a massive anti-gun walkout during school hours. So let's talk about it with tonight's Legal Eagles, criminal defense attorney Brian Claypool and constitutional law attorney Jenna Ellis. Welcome to you both.
Thank you, Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
Okay, so Exhibit A. Here we have the attorney for the parents. There are 2 sets of parents who are suing. He says that they're guilty of highly misleading propaganda coupled with emotional manipulation of 50,000 Portland school children, allowed PPS, the school system, to create political theater designed to manipulate public opinion and pressure elected officials to ban guns. Brian, they say these kids were used as political pawns. What do you say?
Yeah, Shannon, this is nothing but a ruse. This lawsuit is nothing more than a veneer because it's more about the parents' views than it is the kids' views. And the parents are trying to instill their views into this lawsuit. How many 13, 14, or 15-year-olds actually have a precise view on whether guns should be prohibited or not? And I think what this is really about is parents using children as pawns to promote their own political agenda. And where is there evidence, Shannon, of the emotional torture that these kids went through to actually go to a rally that might stop shootings at schools or shootings like in Las Vegas, where I was a victim?
Yeah, let me bring Jenna into this because to that point, the school district says this. It disputes the plaintiff's claims. It says that the 16,000 emails it actually turned over demonstrate the intentional and thoughtful planning that went into its response to the planned demonstrations and a charged political atmosphere. The school's saying we didn't force these kids to do anything.
Yeah, well, to Brian's point, though, all of these emails, if you actually read the email evidence that's in the plaintiff's complaint, it shows that the superintendents as well as members of the teachers union, the administration, have a very particular political message. And so they didn't just plan this and say you can do what you want. They were coercing and compelling political speech and taking a particular side on an issue to influence that using the children. Now, parents can represent minors, but for a government actor through public schools to coerce and compel speech goes against these students' right to freedom of speech and freedom of assembly. And so this absolutely is a legitimate claim for the parents to say that their kids should not have been used in order to advance a school district, a public school that is government using government resources in order to do this.
All right, Brian, to Exhibit C here, they say that that the school system reprogrammed its school bells so that a special protest period could be created at the expense of ordinary class time, such that no one need be marked absent for participating. Upon information and belief, teachers throughout the system advised students that they did not need permission from parents to leave class to participate in the protests. Brian.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, the main fact here is, did this school compel these kids to participate in this activity? And it's one thing, Shannon, to file a lawsuit and assert what's called pleadings, factual pleadings. But it's a whole different story to actually put up evidence that these kids were forced to actually attend this, and this was a politically motivated event. Okay. And I think that's what's going to be fleshed out here.
All right.
And this wasn't about, like teachers' wages. This is about public safety.
Right. Jenna, 10-second closing argument.
Yeah. Well, no, this was about the school district taking one side. Can you imagine if this was the teachers union supporting and encouraging students to go to a Trump rally? Everyone would be up in arms, and this is a very politically charged topic that public schools need to stay out of.
I will not hold my breath on that one, Jenna. You and Brian have major arguments. Thank you both very much. Great to see you tonight.
Thank you, Shannon.
Jury at home, it's up to
Thanks,
you.
Rob.
Tweet us.